Most businesses are paying hundreds of dollars per month on terrible lead data, high bounce rates, outdated contacts, and emails that go straight to spam. Over the past few months, I've scraped over 25 million leads. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through my entire process and how I do this end to end. You'll see the exact tools, the workflows, and how you can replicate this so you never have to pay for another overpriced lead list again. And throughout this video, I'm going to show you how you can get access to my database of 25 million leads for absolutely free. So let's get into it. What I'm going to do now is walk you through my entire scraping method end to end. This all begins with an open source scraper on GitHub from a man called Omkar. And we have it up here. This is the link to it. And if you want to find this yourself, and if you look this up, usually the first one will be this in the description here. And this is built out for Windows, Mac, and there is also Linux or Ubuntu if anybody is using that. Most people aren't, so I'm not even going to try and go through it. But all you have to do is you pick up whatever version you want. And this is an unlimited scraper that you can use. And it scrapes Google Maps for you specifically. And I'll show you the setup in just a second. So you basically pick one of these versions and you just click the button and it'll give you an exe file. I'm not going to do it now because I already have it downloaded, and I'm going to show you the rest of the setup. But with the downloaded, let's say the Mac version or the Windows, it'll open it up and you just run it. So it essentially looks like this. It's a very simple UI, and it basically allows you to pick the type of niche that you'd like to scrape. It also highlights the countries you'd want, the states, the cities, etc. So if I was to come down here, you can click states, you can pick any of the states in the US, and you can also select multiple countries here. So there is multiple countries. And then you can also select, the cities isn't coming up because you have to select states first. You can then select a city within that state. We usually leave randomized cities on, etc., include places. It's all very like nifty, like high-end stuff. Like amazing part is this is free. You can use this and scrape a pretty much unlimited amount of Google Maps leads. So if we come over here, some of the other features that we use quite often is reviews extraction. This is super awesome because you can highlight if you want to target specific people with maximum reviews, less reviews, like the lowest one. You can, if you're doing a review service, etc. There's photos extraction. So it's important if some people I've worked with, they want to find people that have, let's say, bad reviews with images within the next time frame. And then there's language, which isn't really relevant to this. Brilliant thing is once you have all these settings in, you hit run, and I'm not gonna click it now because we already have a run going. But if you come into tasks, you'll see there is then a task all kind of bundled up, and you'll see it actively scraping in like city by city. And one of the things you're gonna notice here, and this is one of the caveats to an amazing scraper like this, there's a big ETA time frame for scraping large cities. And specifically, we're doing the entire US because, well, it's 29,000, the entire US. People want the entire data set. This takes 9 days. If you do less, of course, it takes less time, and that's the most important thing. One of the things that we do quite often is we will set up multiple servers, and I'm gonna go into how we're doing that now with Contavo. Quick reminder, marketing agencies, general contractors, accountants, dentists, any niche you could possibly need, I probably already scraped it. So if you want access to millions of free leads, click the first link in the description below. So if I just come over to the left here, we have, I think we're going upwards of maybe 35 to 40 servers that we're scraping on every single server right now to bring out these lists for everybody. And there's clients that are working with us that are scraping Google Maps and they're looking for specific leads. So we run this for them as well. So we have, the backend is quite interesting. In that sense. I'm going to jump into the servers, where we're getting them from, how much they're costing us as of right now, and then I'll jump into what the data set looks like. And then we have a second process on top of this that I'll also go into on how we're scraping thousands and thousands of emails for these companies. When it comes to servers, I've been using Contavo for multiple months and I've spent thousands of dollars with these guys, quite honestly. That's because we of course have loads of servers. We have like 40 servers with them as of right now. And I'm going to just go through the checkout process, just show you the general setup of like what we're doing in terms of settings when we're picking up a server. You don't have to do this. Like if you have a local Mac, you can run this locally on your setup. This is only for like if you want to do extreme amounts of scale. So if we click into the view all cloud VPS, we usually get the VPS 10. This version is perfectly fine for our needs right now. We just hit this. They try and upsell you. You can upgrade to VPS 20 if you'd like, completely up to you, but we just stick with VPS 10. When it comes here, you can specify, first of all, the amount of servers you want. We're just gonna leave it on 1. And we usually just select the monthly cost. We don't really need the yearly cost. For us, it doesn't really make any sense. From here, you can then choose whichever latency. So this basically highlights how far away the server is from you. That's all it is. When it comes to the storage type, we have a couple gigabytes. We just stick with the 150 gigabyte SSD. And then we have, we don't select Ubuntu. So this is very important. Do not select Ubuntu here. Most people don't know how to use Ubuntu. So always make sure to click Windows servers here. So we're just gonna get started. This is just a Windows server, and just pushing through this, we usually leave the rest of this the same. We usually enter a password. So you'll see this password. I'm not actually buying this, so you can try log in. Good luck, I guess. But you just hit next. And then from here, you throw in your details. I'm not gonna fill this out, but I'm already a Contabo customer. And we're gonna do this. Once you create your account, you'll then come to a page that looks kind of like this. Basically, you can just order and pay. I'm not gonna do it because, well, I have enough servers as of right now and I don't need to do that. You'll basically get an email that looks kind of like this. So this is one I bought recently. So this was what, 1 day ago. And this is just a 10 SSD server from Australia. And this was just the cost. So it was $13.95 a month that I'm paying for this right now. Just like this just allows you to run an additional scrape off your server. And there's a couple benefits. One of the main ones is these servers, once you connect to them and you run a process on them, they will never ever shut off, ever. So you can turn off your laptop, go do something else, go play squash or whatever, go watch a movie, and this will always be on for you guys. Alongside this, you'll get an email that has an IP address, and it will also have the root name. It will also have the password that goes along with everything. Now you need to figure out how you actually connect to this external server from your laptop. So you're actually controlling that server from your laptop right now. If you're on Mac, there's a Windows app here. Within the App Store, you just type in remote desktop and this is the one I'm using now, and then it'll allow you to connect to the app. If you're on Windows, it's actually much easier. Just look up a tutorial on like, how do I connect to another server via remote desktop? The process is actually it's just way easier. The app is the exact same. They're both made by Microsoft. And then jumping in here, this is obviously my server panel where I have all the servers. And once you get your IP address, you get your username and the password, you basically come to the top right corner, you hit plus, you hit add a PC, and then you basically put in your IP address in here. What you can do is, I think it's, oh yeah, here we go, credentials. So we have the administrator. So this is administrator credentials. But basically, the first time you connect, it will ask you for your username, which is administrator, the exact same as here. They're all the same as like for administrator, unless you decide to change it. You then put in your password as well. That's basically how you connect. All you have to do is click. So if I want to connect to this server, I just double click it. It'll give me like a notification. You click continue. It will now open up another server that you can go and access now. And obviously we have a couple data points here, and this has scraped around 200,000 leads so far for restaurants. I'm gonna come back to this server. So this is the scraper that we're using. Technically wise on the back end as well, one of the services that we've been able to, or one of the things that we've been able to build out is a custom email scraper. So if I close this, you'll notice the background is completely different. And we basically have a custom email scraper built in-house. All this does is it'll go through each of the files within the server that we've scraped. It's connected up to our Google Drive, and this is how we're able to offer leads for very, very cheap. We have either the free list, which is of course free, or we sell the list for $1 on the site. This is how we're doing it because we run everything locally on our laptop, and we're able to scrape thousands and thousands of leads without having to worry about cost really. Like this is essentially free as long as you have the server. Just a note on this, we're working on a scraper to release to everybody where you can run it locally on your laptop as well. And it does the exact same as what you're currently seeing here. If that's something you're interested in, we do have a newsletter which I'm gonna update everybody on. It'll be in the description below. Once that's dropped, you can run it on your own laptop locally and you can get the exact same results you're seeing here. One of the other questions that I get quite often is what kind of data do we actually get from this scraper? So I have a sample data set here. This is for everybody on MTOS that's able to, they look in and they want to see what data it is. You get the place ID, you'll get the name, which is the most important. And you'll also get the phone number, and you'll get a few other details like competitors as well, which is super cool. So you can just highlight people within their area that, well, they're near them, and you can maybe reference them within the email. Additionally, you'll get other data points, which I'm gonna be honest, I haven't used. Like they're just data points you get when you're scraping. The address is also quite useful. You get the query as well, and also the link to their Google My Business, which is where we're getting the data from. When you look at the emails with lists, once we release the scraper, this is what the data will look like. The data set in itself is very similar. It's about the same. It's pretty much the exact same, but the main difference is going to be the emails that come along with it. So with these emails, you can obviously do whatever you want. You can do outbound, but yeah, so these are the emails as of right now. What I will say, when you use the scraper, you genuinely get some of the best data on the market. And I truly believe this right now. We've had so many testimonials. We've had so many people come through. Just to show you one, this is someone that has used the list recently, and we have hundreds of other agencies and businesses that we're currently servicing, but this is one of many. And they basically sent me a message on WhatsApp saying, hey, This is Levi Monk from Hive, and he's a cold email agency connoisseur. He sends tons and tons of emails a day, thousands. He just wanted to say thanks again for these lists. They are coming in so clutch. Also, they are performing insane. Happy to give a testimonial or review, whatever you want. This is your mold restoration list, and it killed. And this is just his instantly screenshot where he sent 9,000 emails and he had 51 opportunities. Absolutely insane. And this is because we have the best data on the market right now. Just jumping into a few more reviews here. Like Levi is one of many people that have left a review. If I scroll over to the right here, this is a form that people fill out to leave a review. And this is just a few reviews that we've seen. Can you write a quick review at MTOS? I can't believe that I didn't have to spend thousands of plus USD on API credits for scraping Google Maps. More free data than 99% of paid sites. I have a lot of list providers and most are hit or miss. MTOS stood out. Highly recommend for anyone who's getting started to expand their current lists. There's 63 of these right now, and I could quite literally keep going. Yeah, I guess these, I'm telling you, the lists are absolutely incredible, and if you want to blow up your outbound, it's something I would definitely look into. You've now seen the setup end to end. This is essentially how I've managed to generate over 25 million leads for cold email. And as I've said in this video, I've made them free for you. If you click the first link in the description below, you can download whatever niche you want across the millions of leads for absolutely free. Let me know in the comments below if there's any methods I've mentioned in this video that you want me to break down further. And if you want to see how this fits into an entire cold email setup, you can watch the video on screen now. It's essentially my entire cold email masterclass. I'll see you there. Peace.